we are doing a Q&A video. I'm getting all of my questions from Ask FM. If you want to leave me some, the link is going to be down below. I need to like readjust myself. But yeah, so let's get into it. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years and he never wants to have sex anymore, even blowjobs. He turns down 50% of the times. I've tried to spice things up. I've talked to him about it. He says it's normal after being with someone for so long and nothing is wrong. I don't know what to do. Actually, Justin and I answered this question on Outside the Comfort Zone, which we brought back as kind of a tester to see if people were still interested. So I will link that channel down below, and I also uploaded it here. So in case you haven't seen that, I will link that video there as well. But we are thinking of bringing back a podcast. Not sure if we're doing Outside the Comfort Zone, but we're gonna do something. Okay, this is a little bit late, but what were your thoughts on the Bachelorette finale? Who were your faves? Who did you think would or should be the next Bachelor? I didn't really like any of the guys this season for Rachel, like, except for some of the earlier dudes. I really liked Kenny. I don't like the dude who won. Like, I can't even remember his name at this point. I like Dean. I'm enjoying watching him on Bachelor in Paradise, which I love that show. Like, it's not even a guilty pleasure, it's just a pleasure of mine. I enjoy watching it, I enjoy that it's on twice a week. I am totally fine spending 3 hours of my life watching these people live dramatic ass lives. I'm so into it. But I did like Dean. I don't think he'll be the next Bachelor though, because I think he's probably gonna find love on Bachelor in Paradise. I'm 19, my girlfriend is 17. For a few days, she is forcing me to get circumcised. She will pay for it. What would be your suggestions? Don't do anything you don't want to do. If you are with a significant other that is pressuring you to do something, either have a conversation with them about how this is unacceptable, and if they don't change their ways, I think you need to be with somebody who is going to respect your wishes, especially when it comes to your body. If this is something that makes her uncomfortable, cool. Go be with someone else, but you don't force somebody to do a surgery, especially. That's huge. I would be pissed and I would not allow anyone to change my body if I wasn't wanting to do it for myself. Like, it's perfectly fine to go under the knife and do something if that's for you. Don't do anything for anybody else. Ever had a Brazilian wax? I have. Well, I mean, it was a sugaring thing. I have a video on it actually, and I'll link it down below. Have you ever been cheated on before? Not that I know of, but I definitely had one boyfriend when I was like 15 that it's a strong possibility, but at this point I don't really care. I just, knowing the things that that person has done now, I'm like, if anyone has, it's been you. What is your opinion on long-distance relationships? My boyfriend is moving away to do a master's in another province and I'm still finishing my degree. It would be flying distance to see each other, and as much as I love him, I couldn't see myself being in a relationship primarily based on Skype. I feel like just based on how you wrote this question, you pretty much made up your mind. You can't see yourself in a relationship primarily based on Skype. Is it normal for girls to share details of their sex lives with their friends? I found out that my girlfriend will sometimes share things about our sex lives amongst her friends. I was upset. She said she'd stop, but she said it was a normal thing a lot of girls do. Yeah. That's pretty normal. I mean, it's nice that your girlfriend was like, oh, I didn't realize that made you uncomfortable, like, I won't do it anymore. But yeah, it's a pretty normal thing. Like, I don't necessarily get into like, yeah, so this was what his penis looked like, let me do a sketch for you. But like, we definitely, a lot of groups of friends talk about it. Like, yeah, definitely. What's your favorite drugstore matte lipstick? I really like the Maybelline ones. Those are so good. Gone Greyish is like my fall necessity lipstick. It is so good. Would you get a piercing, and if so, what would it be? I feel like I would look good with an eyebrow piercing. I don't know. I'm more like another ear piercing because I have these pierced. But actually, you know what? Not another ear piercing because I don't ever like use the ones that I already have. Like, I wear earrings maybe once every 6 months and I have to like re-stab my holes. That's what she said. How is house hunting going? If you haven't been watching the vlogs, I've found a couple houses that I've liked. I viewed 1, 2, 3, 4 houses a second time, and every time I viewed it again, like the first house, it was just out of my budget already, and then the basement wasn't finished, and it just had a couple things that were already gonna like push up the cost for me. The second one, I really loved the house, but it just, I realized as I was going back and forth to view it, it was just out of my like preferred location. And then the other one, I realized I just didn't like it as much as I had originally thought, because we had viewed like 6 houses that day and I was like, oh, the outside is pretty. Sorry, my SD card was full. But so the third one, I just realized I didn't like it as much as I had originally thought. The outside was beautiful, but the actual house just wasn't for me. And then the fourth one, I loved it. The only problem there was already an offer, and then it backed onto these apartment buildings, and my realtor said that it would be really difficult to resell this because like that's a thing that's apparently a big deterrent for a lot of buyers, but the house was so pretty. But I have found a couple more that I'm excited to go look at, and I'm also excited that I'm in a situation where I can stay at home and take my time and find the right house, because really my goals for this is like, this is a fairly short-term house that I'm going to be buying. It's my first home. I'm excited to be there for like, you know, 5-ish years, and then when the market is better, I want to resell it and gain some money there. Because the house market right now is like a total buyer's market. Buyers have the power. There's a lot of houses for sale, very few buyers, so we have the power at this point, and once the market shifts, I want to kind of sell and move on up. But I don't know, I'm excited, and I will do house tours and stuff like that. And I also have a decor tour coming up, or decor haul coming up on my main channel, so go and subscribe there and wait for that. It's gonna be so good. I have stockpiled so much stuff. Why do guys get jealous over dildos? My boyfriend said he doesn't mind if I have a vibrator, but if I use a dildo, he'll get upset. Dildos look like penises. Guys get self-conscious. I mean, vibrators can look like any number of things. There's like the little claw one and the little mushroom head one and like rabbit vibrators and stuff, but it doesn't necessarily look like a dick, whereas, you know, dildos are penises that you just bang yourself with, so guys get self-conscious. I'm almost 18 and I've been dating my boyfriend for a year. I've heard from other family members and felt like myself, my dad doesn't like my boyfriend. I'm really in love with him, but it bothers me that my father doesn't like him as much as everyone else. Any advice? It sucks that your dad doesn't like your boyfriend, but what I think you should focus on is, how does your boyfriend treat you? How do you feel about him? Everyone else seems to like him, right? And as long as he treats you right, hopefully your dad will see that and he'll realize eventually, like, okay, well, he's treating my daughter right, he is supporting her and respecting her and loving her, so I have no reason to not like him. You know, you might be daddy's little girl and he might not think that anyone is right for you. You could obviously go and ask him, like, listen, I feel like there's little tension between you and my boyfriend. What's the deal there? And if he has a valid reason, like I saw him punch a puppy the other day and I don't appreciate that, you know, that's great. He's looking out for you. But if it's just like, I just don't like that he's dating you, I wouldn't judge your boyfriend on that. What is Patreon? I swear that's a real question. It's right there. I didn't just put that in there. But Patreon is basically a website where you can help support these channels, and by doing so you also get rewards back. So in case you're interested, I do have Skype call positions open. I do giveaways on Patreon. I have pen pal positions open, so I can write letters to you or we can email back and forth, and I've really gotten to know a lot of people through these Patreon Skype calls and through all that other stuff. And then there's also exclusive content. I do 4 videos a month on Patreon that are only for those exclusive group of people, and it's a really fun place. It's a good community, and I also do like little pen that palette updates, which I actually should do probably today because I haven't done one in a while, but you get to see secret Project Pan progress. So if that sounds like something you're at all interested in, I will link down below. I will say, especially with the like AdSense blow up and switch up on YouTube, Patreon is huge. Even if you're not interested in supporting me, if you have a favorite creator that you really love their content and you want them to be able to continue making the content that they're doing, Patreon is so helpful. Every dollar helps. If you're able to support them there, it's a great thing to do, and it's incredibly helpful, and people, like, I can tell you how much I appreciate it, so like it's a huge thing for people. Any advice for upcoming freshmen in college? I actually just made a video on that and I will link that down below for you. What is your favorite thing to get at Starbucks? Okay, so I recently, let me look this up on the menu. It is the spinach and feta wrap with cage-free egg white. So that's my favorite sandwich. And then I usually get either the new lemonade thing, like the pineapple black tea lemonade tea, I don't know. Or I get just like a normal vanilla latte. I'm really not that picky. I do like vanilla lattes though, because iced lattes I can make myself, lattes I can make myself, but I don't have vanilla syrup. So that's what I go to Starbucks for. Okay, you guys, that is everything that I'm gonna answer here. I do have a dirty Q&A going up on my Patreon, so you can check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Leave questions on Ask FM, link down below, and I will see you very soon with a vlog. Bye, guys.